Pretty sure I'm maniacal, but what do I know? I don't know.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Moments away, it'll be the...
We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena. We are... Thank you. As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. DA, thank you. Well, for some free agents who won't be heading to the postseason, Clark, these could be the final games with their teams. And I think that looms over a player's psyche, knowing he could be on the way out, playing somewhere else next year.
Kevin, I'm sure it's sometimes hard to ignore if that's your particular individual case. It would be definitely hard to not give thought to that. But there's something about the game when you get immersed in it, you can't really be thinking about other things. But I'm sure in those moments when you're not playing, then it becomes more prevalent in your thinking if you happen to be a player in that particular situation. And at the end of the day, you just got to recognize it as part of the business of the game.
Yeah, it's always there, isn't it? The business of the game, always in front of these players.
Yep.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Yusuf Nurkic. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Morris. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's McCollum in at the shooting guard position. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Down low, out to Wade. Bogdanovich against Wiggins. Fader on the way. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Here's Nurkic. Buries it down low.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Mitchell outside. Got a piece of it. One-on-one here. Towns with the bucket.
You know what makes Towns so dangerous in transition? He can beat you with the shot, or he can beat you at the rim.
Mitchell kicks to McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him.
I think he's going to have to be more cautious on defense. He can't afford to pick up a 3rd foul here in the first quarter.
Dragic against Mitchell. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
Siakam, good.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
McCollum finds Wiggins. The offensive rebound. Basket counts. Nurkic has got 5 now.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
Outside Dragic. 5 to shoot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Dragic has got his first basket. On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Dragic. McCollum kicks to Mitchell. Over to the wing. Here's Morris. It's rebounded by Towns. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Seven seconds left to play in the first quarter. Nurkic the pass to Mitchell. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Mitchell's got his second basket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
It's all tied in Miami. Dwayne Wade talked about the potential of this team as
we understand our potential.
That's the veteran mindset a player like Wade brings to the group.
Exactly. I mean, he's fully aware of the importance of experience, a true leader for his team.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
Dragic and Wade, the two playmakers in the guard spots. Then there's Towns. Then there's Bogdanovic. And it's Siakam in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
Minnesota in the lead. Mitchell outside. Kicks it to McCollum. That shot off. Now the Heat take it the other way. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they play 10 games, each side would win 5.
Passes it to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Morris finds Wiggins. Now Mitchell. He's covered by Bogdanovic. 4 on the clock. Fires it up. And that one hits back iron.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Siakam passes to Wade. Outside Dragic. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Siakam. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Siakam's got his third basket of the night right there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, it was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championships, Hall of Fame, stature. I think he may be the best NBA bucket.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there, too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough. Didn't play long enough.
McCollum kicks to Mitchell. 1:16 left in the first half of the game. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Mitchell's got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Miami. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Towns. But they recover it. Here's Bogdanovic. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
For Miami, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3 buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 3-point Heat lead.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And that does it for our half.
Welcome back. American Airlines Arena, visible on the far right of your screen in that overhead shot of downtown Miami. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Timberwolves trail by 3. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Wiggins. Nurkic is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Mitchell in at the point. And it's Wiggins missing. And Miami shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Outside, Bogdanovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minnesota shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. And here's McCollum for 3. Connects from three-point range. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Now here's Dragic, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Towns, gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Heat lead by 2. Mitchell outside. The pass to Morris. McCollum outside. Wiggins against Bogdanovic. High post, Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Mitchell. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's Bogdanovic in the corner. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. McCollum against Wade. Over McCollum with the putback. The offensive rebound. Towns. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Boy, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
Mitchell kicks to Morris. Nurkic trying to get open. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Well, the 2016 Rookie of the Year, Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Cat. Only the 5th player to win that award unanimously. And by the way, in year 2, he set the Timberwolves franchise record for scoring in a season. The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Pass to Mitchell. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. And you talk about Towns' sophomore year, he became the first player, Clark, in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a single season.
Wow, that is impressive, boy. But his shooting ability, for his size, remarkable. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me before his career is done, Kevin, if he joins Dirk Nowitzki as the only 7-footers in the 50-40-90 club. 50% two-point field goals, 40% or better from 3, and 90% from the line.
To the inside, it's stolen by Morris.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
Here's Mitchell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Dragic finds Wade. Towns trying to get open. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist from Dragic. 7 points for Wade.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Pass to Mitchell. Shoots over Dragic. No good there. And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Dragic and Wade, the two playmakers in the guard spots. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then there's Towns. And it's Siakam in at the four-man position.
Towns, the first overall pick in 2015. A future MVP candidate. I mean, he's lived up to the billing.
Wiggins outside. He kicks to Nurkic. Passes it to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. It's McCollum on the wing. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Wiggins against Bogdanovich. McCollum kicks to Wiggins. Knocked away. Stolen by Wade. And they're running. A baseline J. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Heat lead by 12.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Minnesota calls timeout. Or give us a little insider's look. Which players do you look at as gamers? You know, guys who are always ready to put out extra effort and go the extra mile.
Man, there's so many guys that fall into that category, Kevin. It's almost unfair to try to pull some names out, but you look at the way they play, guys like Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, LeBron James. I think Kevin Durant is much that way. He gives great effort and energy to his craft. Steph Curry is a little different, but still provides that and plays with such an exuberance and joy. You know, Marcus Smart is a guy who I think does all the little intangible things that just have a way of making a positive impact on his team. So I don't have enough time to give you the full list, but those are a few of the guys that come to mind.
Yeah, great example. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it's Wiggins missing. The Heat leading by 12. And there's the pass to Siakam. Down low. Wade can't hit. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's McCollum, and the shot is good. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Miami. Kicks it to Towns. Shoots over Nurkic. Miami no good on that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Deflects the pass. Mitchell. McCollum trying to get open. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket for Mitchell. The Heat shooting reasonably well, 45%. And Towns throws it down.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
Wade against McCollum. Mitchell right side. Makes it off the glass.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
For Miami, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. 13 feet away. Again, Mitchell missing. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Wade passes to Dragic. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Shoots over Nurkic. Miami again turning it over.
Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. McCollum against Wade. Nurkic, and the rejection by Towns. Here's Siakam to the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Timberwolves call time here. They're trailing by 8. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And so it's Miami winning this one. A confident win in one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
You was only behind me for about a second or two, so look at his face. Go true. This is the same face that all the